Welcome to Twin Bridge Dairy Goats. We're glad you're here. It's about family, farm, and our girls. We're located in beautiful central Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. There's always something going on at the farm. So come along. This is what happened today.
Hey friends. I opened the pen today for Belle, Hope, Molly, Gabrielle, Maggie, and Nutmeg to come into the larger pen with all of the milking mamas. And Magnolia has tried to nurse on Mama Daisy a couple different times, and I think Daisy is teaching her something. Magnolia, Maggie, has been separated from Mama for, I'm going to say 6 weeks or so. But it don't matter. She still tries to nurse. But Daisy's not letting her. Even though the wind is blowing again today, it's a beautiful day. We are working in the garden. Brian is working on his bee yard. And so we will take a walk over there and show you what he's doing. Okay, so Brian is working on his bee yard. Well, I'm helping a little, not much. I'm working in the garden. But we have decided that we would, and you will have to forgive me about the wind. Let me see if I can switch directions and maybe block some of the wind. Okay, so this here is our shed roof area of our greenhouse, and that's where we store the chipper and the hand tiller and just things, you know, that we don't want to be wet in the spring. And so we are going to stick a gate. We've always wanted a gate into this yard. This yard is attached to the goat yard over there on the other side of my dead pear tree. And the goats are allowed to graze back here, which I really like because I can see them from my kitchen window. And it's a nice look out and see the goats grazing behind the garden. Anyways, we've always wanted to put a gate into this yard from the garden rather than having to walk all the way around. So he's putting a gate here. And then he is going to put a fence across this area, and this area here will be his bee yard. He's made his table to put his hive up on. A bee stand, I'm sorry. Gotcha. So the fence line, this divider fence will also have a gate in it to be able to access this little bee yard. So if he wants to mow or needs to weed eat or whatever and get any equipment in here, we can do that easily.
So I'm thinking about weight, not just the beehive weight, but also my weight, because I'll be leaning on the stand, to service and inspect. The hive itself will be about 36 inches off of the stand. And then my stand itself is 2 feet off of the floor, which is the ground. So I got about 5 feet. The beehive will be placed in the center of the stand. Base will be 16 inches wide by 20 inches deep. And so I've made it where I can put a little shelf area on the front side and put jars. Open the key, dump the honey right into the jar from the frame right here on the front shelf. I've anticipated taking boxes off, so this has to be pretty sturdy, so I've staked each corner of the legs. I've used 3-inch screws to anchor everything. Whether I'm pulling boxes off or checking frames, should be able to use left or right. That is the plan.
Anyways, we are gonna take this fence down here along the chicken coop because he's been doing so much research that he found out that chickens
can coexist with the bees, and they can help out clean everything up. I'm going to close up this area, bring the chickens in, bring them in, and there'll be a gate here. The fence will go all the way back to the back fence. We'll bring them in, and they will be able to clean this whole area up from hive beetles, mites, ticks, whatever, bugs, insects, things of that nature. Anything I don't want in the hive, ants, and that's the plan.
Awesome. Hopefully that works.
Trying to think ahead, right?
Always.
Always thinking ahead. This will be the designated bee yard.
So I am out here in the garden and doing a few little cleanup chores. As you can see, I've got a whole row of pots there, but I actually planted some blueberries. We're gonna see if we can grow some blueberries. I've been told that blueberries do not grow very good in this area. Tulsa, yes, but up around this area, no. They actually do better in pots, is what the nursery told me, so that's what we did. I put them in containers, and I'm gonna see how they do. I hope they do really, really well. This bed has got beets in it, so there they are. They're starting in, and this is cauliflower, which everything seems to be getting a really late start for us. I know several in this area have already got, lettuce coming off and stuff, which mine is looking pretty, but still not big enough to eat. Onions are doing good though. Happy about that. I just direct sowed this bed with green beans. And so hopefully those take off. Step into the greenhouse again. The oregano is doing well. The purple basil, which this is not purple basil. Everything's doing well. Thyme is doing good. The rosemary has not came up just yet. Still the tomatoes, more tomatoes and cilantro and my peppers. And these are green beans that I thought, I'm going to try to start some in the greenhouse. Anyways, I got to get to it. So I walked over here and yeah, the little girl won. Mama's letting her nurse again. Again, thank you for watching, and we will chat later. Here they are. Oh, look at them. Aren't they just so sweet?
If you like this video, share it. And if you wouldn't mind, comment. Let us know if this was valuable information to you or not. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we post. Because there's always something going on. At Twin Bridge Dairy Goats. Chat later.